Okay, let's look at some of the unwritten rules of critiques. Now, unwritten, because if you look at formal write-ups about running a review, you won't find these. These are the things that can matter, and these are the things that can make it better. You can see a summary of them there. I won't go through them all because we're going to go through them one by one. Starting with, it's not about you. All right? It's a review or critique of the design or the specification. It's not about you. You're not there to prove that you're the smartest person in the room. Critique the design on its own merits, not what you think it ought to be. You've been told the goals of whatever it is, you've been told the goals of the author. Critique it in terms of that. As a designer, don't rush to defend your idea, okay? Take note of it, write it down if necessary, move on. Somebody made the observation, deal with it later. As a reviewer, please don't insist on your own opinion. That just gets very boring for everybody. Now, it is very necessary to respect everybody involved. You should respect the time, effort, thought and care that the author put into this. The author needs to hear the truth and understand the reasons for it. Now, I've said before, be nice. Be nice doesn't mean be soft. It means be really good at your review. I guess don't be aggressive. You should make good, sound, honest observations, but you can deliver them in a way that is let's say, not aggressive and not upsetting. Respect what others are telling you, and try to make this an open and honest collaboration to try and improve the thing that you're dealing with. Now, be specific. Subjective advice like I don't like it, or it's not clean enough, or I don't know, the customer won't like it, is not very useful. The fact that you don't like it doesn't tell anybody why it is you don't like it. It could be that you were just off the planet in the first place. But it could be that you have some valid viewpoint, but that just saying I don't like it doesn't help. So you need to narrow it down to be a bit more specific about what it is about it you don't like. For example, the example there is somebody made an observation, well, it should be cleaner. Yeah, fine, what? Break it down. Well, all the elements are too close together, this makes it cluttered and confusing. Okay, now I can do something about that. So good specific information, the more of it, the better. I mentioned before, both in the setup of the review itself and in the how to run a review, that the goals matter. That is, the goal, what was the designer or author intending to achieve, and what is the artifact supposed to be doing in the first place? Are the goals of this review high level? Is it this a beginning and you just want initial feedback, or is this toward the end and you want detailed feedback? What was the thing supposed to achieve? Is this a complete specification for something that's a life-critical product and you really need to know all the detail? Or is this just the something to get let's say time to market? You need to get it out to market fast. It makes a difference what it was intended to achieve. Then you know how to critique it. Now, the fact that you don't understand something doesn't mean it's wrong. So you really ought to be asking the author why they did something. And sometimes they just did it because they never thought about it or didn't think about it or something. So sometimes they did think about it and it's done for a good reason. Sometimes they thought about it and possibly didn't get it quite right. Sometimes they simply didn't think about it and it is what it is because that's just what they wrote down. So asking why helps the author to articulate what they were doing and possibly understand better about what was going on. Now, above all, the whole idea of a review is to improve things. Okay? Now, the easiest and default situation everybody has is they fall back into criticizing something. Maybe, but that's not the only purpose of a review. The purpose of a review is to improve something. For the reviewers to learn, for the author to learn. And to make it all better. So, in summary then, remember, it's not about you. You should maintain respect for the people at all times. Avoid meaningless and subjective judgments. Try to avoid comparisons. Be specific as you can. Consider what the goals of the review were, the goals of the thing itself. What are they? And ask the author why, so that you can understand and they can understand, and try to improve things. And again, remember, be nice.